So to paraphrase Zara Mezi, love is jumping. Fuck. Hold on. I know. It's okay. I'll just edit it out later, or maybe I'll get mad lazy and I won't. But let's see. Love is. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Twitter. Love is finding someone who wants to jump off a cliff with you. That is paraphrased from Zara. So I've been thinking a lot about love lately. I mean, I'm always thinking about love because I'm a Nigerian Torian Dyke poet person. We just love hard, right? So I'm thinking about love. I guess, as anyone, as a person who's like reflective of her life, because I'm reflective at this point in the game, it's like, it's more than just like, oh, I'm just like running into love affair after love affair after love affair, and whatever happens happens, or like I'm mad at people for like breaking my heart. Like, that's cute and shit, and it makes for like fun poetry or like heart-wrenching poetry, but good poetry nonetheless. But at some point, at least for me, like, there's some self-reflection that I need to do when I see patterns repeating themselves, right? So I'm like, well, why is that happening? Or why am I with a certain kind of person? Or, okay, now I'm being vague, right? It's like, I feel like I love people who are mad unavailable. Like, I date people who are like not all the way present. Like, they're almost there, but they're not. And like, they're beautiful beings. Well, a lot of them are beautiful beings, but they just cannot give to me what I want, right? And this is not like one person. Like, this is a pattern of mine. Like, I wonder, like, someone like me who like loves so big and loves to love. Like, I love and I love to love. Like, I love writing love poetry. I love making meals that are like infused with love. Like, I love love, right? So you would think that I wouldn't like pussy block my own bliss, right? It's like, why are you checking for people who don't know how to check for you? Like, they're not there. Like, they need another like 10 years before they could have a conversation with you about like a for real first date. And I'm not being arrogant. And I'm not trying to be fucked up in any way, shape, or form. I'm just being real with you. Like, these people aren't ready. People are fucking punk ass scared. They are scared to love because it is not a game to like look into someone's eyes and be like, I love you. I'm here for you. Whatever childhood motherfucking shit, personal shit, ex drama shit that I have to work out and figure out in order to be present for you and for myself, I will do it because I want this to work. And it's not just like, I feel like people think I don't know what people think dykes do. Like, we get together and we like give each other massages and like feed each other mango. Okay, so we totally do that. At least me and my friends absolutely do that. I totally got this amazing full body like massage the other day from a doctor who was okay. That's like a whole other. That's different. I might edit that out. It's kind of personal. But anyway, it's like, yes, we have our sensual, like, but like it's also work. Like, it's work. And I don't think that love should always and only and just be work. Like, you really shouldn't be crying every fucking day. Like, it should not be hard every day. There should be ease. But it is sometimes hard to have certain conversations and to learn how to communicate with someone in a way that like makes sense and is loving and is caring and is humble and is honest and is like accountable and is beautiful and somehow reflects your deep feelings for them even when they piss you the fuck off. Like, it's hard to talk to somebody with love when they piss you off. Like, and how do you do that in a consistent way, in a respectful way, over time, in a relationship, and build a relationship? And so, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Relationships are work, right? And I feel like people are mad scared of that shit. And it bothers me because I'm like, then why do you fuck with me? Like, you know who I am. Like, you know who I am. You know who I am. If you've only seen like a YouTube link of what I do performatively, you know who I am. Like, I'm a passionate person. So why are you trying to engage with me? You're not ready. You're not ready for this. You're not ready, And it's like, I feel like people are like really scared of being loved and really scared of love. They're scared to love. And it's like, if that's the case, then why are you flirting with me? Why are you checking for me? Why are you tormented over me? Why do you act like we're together when clearly you're not in the space to be together? And it's like, it's not even that. I mean, sometimes I get salty over it, but it's actually an honest question. Like, why are you doing what you are doing? There's like no fucking point. Like, if you're not ready, you need to go over and like fuck with some like chick who's totally down to like shoot the shit, talk shit, and not do real shit. Like, but I'm not that chick, you know? Like, I'm not even a chick. I'm a woman, you know? So I guess I just get mad frustrated because I'm like, it's like, and it gets really difficult for me because I am such, I like look at people for their greatness. Like, nah, people piss me off. Sometimes I just look at them for what they piss me off for, which is really not their greatness. That's just like, okay, you're a fucking idiot, right? So I'm not a saint. I'm not. Sometimes I don't see people's greatness. All I see is you got on my nerves. But I think a lot of the time, like the majority of the time when I look at people, I see their greatness. And I want to focus on that more than other things that I might not like about them, because that I feel is like what we have in common. We're all great people, you know, in the highest sense of the word great. I think great has been, side note, like word nerd moment, I think the word great has really been almost diffused of its actual meaning. Like, because people are like, oh, great, great, great. And it's, great means greatness is like on the level of brilliance. I think that's what the essence of what it means. And I look at people's greatness like their brilliance. I see people as brilliant, like whatever kind of flavor of brilliance they got, like I try and seek that out because I just think it's more, I don't know, it's more fun to like look at people that way than to just see people's worst. Although people will show you their worst sometimes, right? So I guess it's heartbreaking to me when I can see someone's greatness, but I only see like a sliver of it because they might not believe in their own greatness, or they're like, you know, society and the world, you know, society, the world, really big words, beat us down, and like we're taught to not think that we're brilliant. So it's hard if you meet somebody who looks you right in your eye and says, you are so beautiful, I love you so much, do you want to be together? You know, like, and I think people are like, they're just so used to like some other like whack shit. Like, you get someone's number, maybe you call them, maybe you don't, maybe you date, maybe you don't, maybe you fuck, maybe you don't, maybe you are interested, maybe you're not, maybe you just do something because you're lonely, maybe you date mad people, maybe you're communicative about where you're at, maybe you're not. Like, people are used to whack random like mediocre shit, and what I'm like, where I and in my friendships, in my art, and who I am in the world is like really about, as much as possible, like oh god, what's that word, it's a really good word, distilling distilling everything to like its purest essence, like just that, not like to be concentrated, like to give concentrated communication, like instead of like talking around the point and being like, well, you know, I really think that, no, you don't really think that. What you really do is you really feel. You really feel. Beyond feeling, you fucking know. So let's just state this shit like a fact because it's a fucking fact. And stop trying to act like beating around the bush it's sexy. Because it's not sexy. It's corny. It's ridiculous. People like diffuse their own deep distilled emotions into nonsensical communication, such as I don't know, I think, maybe, sort of, what about. No, that is not what you are. That is something that you think that you need to be because you don't think that somebody could really check for you if you came at them for real. And so I guess I'm a little, you know, I talk about this with my homie Davi and with like my friends, the Daku, like we just about love and like how scared people are of jumping off that cliff. You know, like if you think of love, I don't really believe in the idea of falling in love. I believe of falling into love, like falling up into love and ascending into love. I think that to me feels and sounds better. But let's just use the metaphor of falling in love. Like, you really need to let go in order to fall. Like, and something will catch you, hopefully, maybe not. But the flight is so beautiful if you let it be. And the idea that love is about cliff jumping, like you look at somebody and they look at you and you're like, let's go, and you go. Or maybe you don't even know if you're both gonna go, but you choose to go, and hopefully on the way down you see them beside you, right, on this ride, and it might last for however long, who knows, right? You might bump into the side of that mountain a couple of times and become a little bloody, but hopefully you're willing to like stay for the journey, and who knows how long that journey is gonna last. You know, I feel like that jump and that flight is worth it. It's worth the bruises, and it's worth whatever blood might come, because there is nothing that compares to that flight. And I feel like I tend to love people who would rather stay on the side of that mountain way, way inland. And I'm like on the edge, like, do you want to jump with me? And they're like, well, they have like a long scroll, like long list of reasons why they can't, why they shouldn't, why they, you know, they're not gonna, because the last time something happened. And I'm just like, that's great. The last time something happened is not the now time something could happen. So I guess like what I've been meditating about and thinking about and pondering about is like cliff jumpers. I love cliff jumpers because my closest friends are people who jump every day, over and over, in millions of different ways. And I think that it's important, imperative, and hella necessary to continue to seek out cliff jumpers and not to demean or forget how amazing that flight is. So I guess, I don't know, I thought I was gonna get mad, like angry and shit in this fucking video blog about like love and cliff jumping, because it can be really frustrating. It can be really frustrating because it's like, can you just get your fucking shit together and love me already? Because, I mean, it could be so dope. But that's really about all I have to say about the topic. There might be a part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15... 16, 17, 18, 19 to this, because, yeah, there is so much to say about love and cliff jumping. Thanks. I know. I should have figured out how to stop this by now. Clearly not.